I got my own guitar, I know the chords. I play my cigar, lay it flat on the floor. The east and the west, their battle won't matter. Only the music can settle the score. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turning to bone. So rock till you die. Yeah, balls reflecting my eyes, and when they eat my flesh. But I got the power to win all the hours to run my life my way. The sound of the crowd, the creak of the bones. I play it so loud with my mates or alone. It don't really matter if my world should shatter. I hold it together in honor to stone. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn back to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you
No, that's not a mistake, folks. And no, we don't have a regular intro tonight. We were using our old theme song there to pay tribute. That was, of course, Rock Till You Die by songwriter X and the Skeleton Band. And yesterday we were informed by X himself that their drummer, affectionately known as Bonehead, passed away. And so we decided that we would pay tribute. What did I say? We'll it's tribute to him. That's why we're doing it. But
Yes.
this is the True Blue Riffcast, the number one RiffTrax podcast in the world.
The world.
I am Jeremy, and I am joined, as always, by...
What's up, everybody? I'm Dave. And so we've been having some problems lately, Jeremy. Like technical issues with YouTube and with Twitch, apparently.
Yeah. So if you saw the stream starting soon thing, what we're doing stated that the title of the episode was special guest star Gyrating Crotch. Twitch would not let me title the stream special guest star Gyrating Crotch. Apparently, crotch is a prohibited word on Twitch.
You cannot say crotch. Which,
even though I've seen way worse stuff on here.
I was about to say that, like, in that I looked over on like is Amaranth or just like any other hot tub bikini stripper streamer can have their beehole pointed directly at the camera, but we can't say crotch in the title.
Yeah, so I had to quick change it to... you couldn't make a TJ Hooker comment on Dumb Industry stream tonight? Jeez. They must have their profanity filter set, like, at max. Which makes sense. I mean, but...
nipple is a prohibited.
Hey, yeah, because that was before we were doing it. If we were doing live when we did our episode about suburban Sasquatch,
Oh yeah,
probably would have got TOS off of Twitch, much like how
Yeah.
RiffTrax got TOS off of YouTube.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Which
That
is
was- that's
Some bunkus.
So-
We'll get into that in a minute.
yes, we will get into that. Yes,
Because we're supposed to be okay. We were all set to watch and discuss Body Count, the
we're gonna
newest release
discuss
from
it.
RiffTrax. We're gonna discuss it, but some things happened.
Yeah,
And so that discussion is not going to last as long as we expected it to initially. I mean, it might go. It might go.
It
pretty
might.
long, but
'Cause you and me have a tendency to go off on tangents, which has saved the podcast on a number of occasions.
yeah, this is true. First, we'll jump in and take a look at the weekend box office. Of course, to nobody's surprise, Alien Romulus, first week out, and 42 million, number one spot. It's really weird seeing Alien Romulus and then the distributor Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. And then the number two movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, brought in another 30 million. It was only expected to barely make 25 million this weekend, so I thought that was kind of neat. It ends with us in theater number in place 3. I'm so used to saying theater number 2 and 3 of all that stuff. Twisters
God.
in 4th, and the 15th anniversary re-release of Coraline, 5th place, brought in $9.6 million over the weekend.
Coraline.
Yeah,
Which one is that?
that's
Is that
Neil Gaiman wrote it, and it's about the girl who like finds the replacement universe with all the dolls with button eyes and all that stuff. Kind of
Which
creepy,
is-
stop motion.
Is that? Which is the one? The Corpse Bride by Tim Burton. Why do I always get those two confused?
I don't know.
Maybe
But,
it's because
I think the reason
weirdo goth girls like them.
Yeah. I think the reason why I started saying theater number when I was talking about It Ends With Us is because I had an incident in with a couple from It Ends With Us over the
Let me
weekend.
guess. They were engaged in some form of inappropriate activity involving their genitals.
They were trying to. So this movie has been doing well. So there was like 30 people in the showing that they were in. So they couldn't do anything in the theater.
Just that Colleen Hoover movie.
Yes. The one about like breaking the cycle of domestic violence or whatever.
Yeah.
And they came out of the theater, and there's like a little, like a nook by the entrance, like where the wall goes in, and then there's the door. And they were standing in that little nook, and they kept peeking around the corner, waiting to see if any of us employees that worked there were paying attention to them so they could try and sneak into the bathroom together. And they were doing that for about 10 minutes straight. And I was watching on camera the whole time and just laughing. And hoping that they wouldn't notice that I was like paying attention.
Just
And
just go home.
they finally got a chance, and they took off into the women's room together. And I was right behind them because I saw them going, and I'm like, here we go. I'll round them up. And I went down there. I just walked in. From the time that I got from my manager station, which is about the center of the building, to the restroom on the other end, the girl had taken her socks and shoes off in the bathroom stall.
What?
That's probably the grossest part of it because they didn't have time to actually do anything.
Well, yeah.
But, like, you don't have to take your socks and your shoes off to do stuff like that if you're in a hurry, especially. But, like, I went in there and I just walked in because I knew there was nobody else in there because she went and checked first before she took her boyfriend in. So I walked in and I just said, "Get the hell out of my theater!" And the bathroom door flew open and the guy came scurrying out really quick, and he was out the side door like he was like the Flash.
What what a chicken.
While the girl had to
Chicken
stop and
food.
put her socks and shoes back on. And I'm just like, you guys, we have cameras everywhere. We could see you trying to get in here. And she said, that's what I told him.
Oh, right. It was
Yeah.
definitely his idea.
Yeah.
100%.
So then she was getting ready to leave, and she's like, can I go in and tell the person that I was with that we got kicked out? And I'm like, I'll do it. I'll go let her know. It was her
There was
ride.
no
I don't know if it was
person.
like her sister or a friend or something. I don't know. But she was in the theater in the top row, but all the way on the opposite side. And so I went up there, and I'm like, were you with those two that were sitting over there? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I just kicked them out and banned them from the theater. And she got this like concerned look on her face. I'm like, oh, they went into the women's room, and they were going to have sex together. And her eyes bugged out, and her jaw dropped. And
She's like, that was my brother and sister.
it was kind of funny. I've never actually got to tell somebody else that they were there with, like, hey, they just got kicked out for trying to bang in the bathroom. But
Just
yeah,
go home.
I agree.
Just go home.
Worst chaperone ever. I agree. So that was my excitement for the weekend at work. It was, it was kind of busy. A lot of people come to see Coraline every day. So I'm not surprised it made $9.6 million, I guess.
The movie's 15 years old. But
Yep.
seeing all these new posts by Jimmy Noodles,
Yeah, I guess his Miracle Tree movie came out already.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
That was his Climate Fix 2. Did he actually release it?
I
he
don't
did.
know.
It is
There's a
premiered on
YouTube
YouTube.
link.
That's what I'm...
Let's take a look here. You guys are not going to be able to hear it here.
It's a
10
10
minutes.
minutes. It shows how carbon removal technology, a.k.a. artificial mechanical tree, can be used to fix climate change, global warming. And then it uses the song Corporate Flow.
Okay. I listened to a little bit of the intro right there, and I will not be watching the rest of that. His
We should have a special screening of it on our Twitch.
Oh, he's going back. So fans of Birdemic 3 will be pleased to know that he is back on his wildfire kick at 4:24 ppm Athens. Greece is burning at 4:50 ppm by 2038. It will be hell! Exclamation point. Solution
ClimateFix.earth.
ClimateFix.earth. And then there's some Facebook page. Let's see what this goes to. There's something, obviously it's Facebook. Oh, it's just okay. I don't care, bro. Miracle Tree. This is clearly AI. This Miracle Tree.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, absolutely. On August 16th, 2024, director James Wan will premiere his short documentary film Miracle Tree, which is about how carbon removal technology can be used to fix. God, I can't read. Climate change, global warming. The public can watch Miracle Tree at YouTube. Artificial mechanical trees can help to remove billions of tons of CO2 from Earth's atmosphere. These wonderful miracle trees are 1,000 times more efficient than natural trees, and they can sustainably help to fix global warming, said James Wan.
This is the same guy who wrote, "We're all doomed. Just go bang each other until you die."
Oh, he's got his publicist listed on here.
He
His
doesn't have a
publicist is it's Dave Wan.
Oh, Dave Wan. I think he used that to threaten. I think Dave Wan was one of the people one of the pretend people he used to threaten me with, or something. I only remember this because it actually came up in my Facebook memories a couple days ago. It says 8 years ago on this day, James Wan threatened you with a $10 million lawsuit, and I put it in the Discord. I forgot how crazy that thing was.
I think possibly, Mike. I think he replicated himself. And that's Dave Wen is just the replica of James Wen.
It's me. What was the name of the girl in Replica? Not Claudia, but the original one.
Oh God, I don't remember.
It's me.
Mario.
The doctor. What's that?
It's a me, Mario.
Here we can find out in 10 seconds. James Wen. Replica. I'm gonna feel stupid. I forgot how bad this movie was. It's me, Evelyn. My name's Claudia. It says so on my huge tramp stamp. Yeah, that's how we can tell the clones apart. Oh my gosh.
Just check for a belly button, man. That's all you need to do.
Oh yeah, that's they taught us that in The Simpsons.
Yep.
Because they weren't in a womb. I don't know. I think you would be able to replicate that somehow if you were like way into it. I don't know. Anyway, you want to do Name That Jeremy?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, cool. So, Name That Jeremy, another head-to-head battle. I think you're going to like this one, and I think you're going to do pretty well. So tonight is a head-to-head battle between Aladdin and The Little Mermaid.
Oh.
Yeah,
two of my favorite Disney movies.
Yes, but these are the RiffTrax movies, not the Disney movies.
Oh. That's so much worse.
I know. All right. So, are you ready, sir?
All right, let's go for it.
Okay, cool. So, first one. This castle is actually hole 13 of a mini golf course used by giants.
Oh. My brain just totally got scrambled there. I'm gonna say Aladdin.
That is a Little Mermaid, sir.
Damn it!
It's okay. It's all right. It's just
Yeah,
a game.
this is a good combo. Josh Flowers, who's making his rare appearance in the chat tonight.
Oh, how you doing, Josh Flowers? No cheating because I can't. Yeah. Okay. No helping Jeremy. Crying out loud. Here we go. Surely there's a way to open it without sounding quite so stupid.
That's Aladdin.
That is Aladdin. All right, cool. So you are 1 for 2. Of course, his solution involves roofing a drink.
Little Mermaid?
That is Aladdin, sir.
Damn it.
All right, so you're 1 for 3. It's okay.
I'm going against my gut instinct on these. That's the problem.
Okay. Here we go. And so the magic knife exploded and ended all life on the planet.
Aladdin?
That's the Little Mermaid.
You know what it is? It's all because I'm still thrown off by the fact that Twitch wouldn't let me use the word crotch in the title of the show.
Okay.
Broke my brain a little bit, I think.
So wait. So what's the score? Is it 1 for 4?
I'm 1 for 4.
Oh wow, that's okay. You can still get halvesies. Okay.
No, Dave did not get Joy to pick the questions.
No, I did not. That's maybe I should have. Well, no, wait. I'm doing pretty good here.
Yeah.
I don't need a lady, but I'm so lonely. But then an explosion at the fireworks factory killed them all. The end.
Aladdin.
That's Aladdin. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're 2 for 5. And this one will determine if you get halvesies or not. Oh no, trad wives.
My first instinct was the Little Mermaid, so I'm going to stick with the Little Mermaid.
It's the Little Mermaid. So you are 3 for 6.
Hey, I'll take halvesies.
You'll take half.
After that awful start.
That's okay. That's okay. It is
Still
just
not as
the
bad
game,
as
sir.
Dave did that one time. So
That one.
when
I think
when
that's
Joy
the worst
picked
I
the
ever
questions.
did when Joy picked the questions. What was it? Wasn't it like something insane, like some insane combination?
I don't even remember what
Like-
movies it was, to be honest.
It was like
It was like martial law too.
Oh no, it was.
and, like
Oh no, one of them. I know one of them was the Incredible Two-Headed Abomination or something.
yeah, the two-headed
Yeah.
transplant. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
can
seen it
actually
since
look.
20. I haven't seen it in 9 years.
What, you mean you didn't get the Blu-ray that has the RiffTrax commentary included on it, Dave?
That exists.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and apparently it's way better than the one from Astro Zombies.
Oh,
Did I ever tell you about that? About how
Maybe.
angry I still am about that? Oh,
About
my internet
Astro
connection
Zombies?
is unstable. Yeah, the riff of Astro Zombies.
what's wrong with it?
On the Blu-ray, the audio mix is one of the worst I've ever heard on any product put out for sale.
Okay.
Like, you can't
Okay.
hear anything. The movie is way too loud. You can't hear the riff at all.
Oh. Well.
Thankfully, the actual VOD is correct.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the one time I bought a Blu-ray specifically because it was coming with the RiffTrax. And yeah, don't buy it, Josh. It's not worth it.
Wow.
It's horrible. How's the mix on the two-headed transplant one? Is that any good?
Well, I wish I could say that was the only thing tonight from RiffTrax that we were going to suggest that you not buy. You know, I
Never
really
watched
hate
it,
doing
okay.
this.
Yeah, this one is
So I guess we got to
uncomfortable
talk about.
for us.
I guess we got to talk about body count.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys,
So.
here's this is how you can tell the quality overall of what this movie is going to be, or at least a good indication. There are at least 4 movies named Body Count. 3 of them have a Wikipedia page. This
only one that
does not.
does not. It is the only body count movie that does not have a Wikipedia page. So we're already like, okay, we're already going against it. Now, I'll tell you, like on paper, this movie should have quite a bit going for it, because I'm going to tell you who's in it. It has some pretty decent names for
Yeah.
a movie of this kind. Okay, so who's in it? Robert Davi immediately. You know, it's like that should be a good time. Stephen Bauer, who everybody, if you're a Breaking Bad fan, you know him as Don Eladio. Bridget Nielsen of Cobra fame. Shinichi Chiba,
or Sonny Chiba, because he's
Sonny Chiba. I don't know who he is, but I guess he's a big deal.
Yeah, he's usually a pretty big deal.
Okay, so Jan Michael Vincent is in this,
That's 5 right there, guys.
and Cindy Abwell. I don't know.
Jan Michael Vincent, who you may recognize RiffTrax from The Return and from Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man. That's right. I mean, I know him primarily from Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
I
I
mean,
think he
like,
was in The
so
Return.
already it feels like that it should be, just with these guys in it, feels like it should be an embarrassment of riches. Well, it's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
So this movie is a Jeremy, and okay, so let's just start with a description. Tell us what this movie is supposed to like be.
Okay. The only bit of anything that we could find on the internet is the little blurb on IMDb. And I guess the little thing that RiffTrax writes up for it, but that doesn't really talk about the movie itself.
Yeah, it doesn't really go. Yeah.
This it says a cold-blooded assassin is out for revenge against an elite corps of special crimes agents headed by Eddie Cook and Vinny Rizzo. That's Robert Davi and Stephen Bauer.
Stephen Bauer.
When cold-blooded hitman Makoto escapes from prison, he and his sexy and lethal partner set out to execute the agents who sent them away. As the special crime agents are systematically gunned down, Cook and Rizzo find themselves in a deadly race to find the assassins and stop the bloodbath.
Yeah.
Sounds fun, right?
Yeah. Sounds like it should be a good time. But the thing is, okay, so the movie opens and there's like this big sort of like action-y open, and it just shows, the guy walking away from the explosion and all this, and it's showing all the names. You're getting really excited, like, oh, this is going to be a piece of crap, and I'm going to love it. But then we watched the movie recently with what's his name, Jacob from Lost in it.
Kung Fu Hobo.
Kung Fu Hobo.
For Life or Death.
Yeah, so I thought the not give a shit meter was off the charts on that one. This one, like puts everything to shame, because I'm watch this movie, and like within 4 or 5 minutes, it's readily apparent that like nobody involved in this movie is giving a damn. Like there's no effort put into this movie whatsoever. Like from the actors, the writer, it's just like, okay, well, we got to make a movie. This is our job.
Well, think about who the producer, one of the producers, was the same man who brought us the masterpiece Space Mutiny.
Yeah, David Winters is a producer on this film. So, see, here's the thing. Like, I can't even really begin to describe the plot of this movie. Like, I watched this movie for watched it, was trying to decipher what was going on, and I was just for about 20 minutes. And I just kept getting angrier. It's just like I'm putting more effort into trying to figure out this movie than anybody involved in this did while they were making it. And I know that's probably true for a lot of movies, but I actually started to resent watching this movie because you look at Robert Davi, so there's a murder that takes place. This Sonny Chibi blows this guy away with the headshot from the sniper far away. And Robert Davi and Don Eladio are investigating. And neither one of these actors bother. They don't care. It's like they're in there, and it's just they're just I don't even think they're acting. They're just it's like roll. It's like, okay, well, we're just existing now.
Yeah. And
we're saying our lines, and then we're just going to move on. Like, what? I don't care. That's how bad this was. And I guess maybe that wouldn't be so bad if it also so you get a little bit further down into the movie, and Sonny Chibi gets arrested, and it's just 18 months later, some time has passed, and he's in jail, and his girlfriend Bridget Nielsen
working on the chain gang
is gonna get him out of prison, and she is wearing her Daisy Dukes, and her look it. Okay,
they said that she was what Marilyn Monroe is Daisy Duke.
Yeah. Yes. So she's wearing this Daisy Duke outfit, and it's not flattering. It's not sexy. It's not like any of these things. And you have all these stupid horn dog prison guards who like fall for the ruse immediately. So she pulls up. She's like, "Oh, I'm having car trouble." Me and like, okay, ladies, I'm sorry, but this woman has her fake breasts, and they're like, they're how you would assume fake breasts would be like up here. They're like down here, and it's like, what the hell happened to her boobs? So that's very distracting. And so the idiot cop goes over and he's like, "Ooh, what's going on here?" And he like is in her thing, in her he's in her car, like, "Oh, what's going on in the car?" And she kills him. And so she calls up. She's like, "Oh my goodness, something's wrong. Officers, come over here so I can kill you too." And so the other two guys come over, and you can see like her very pronounced butt crack.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a lot of boobs in the first.
Yeah. There's some nakedness, and it's just like it's not the kind to really get excited about.
Yeah.
So she comes over and she like blows him away, and I think like Kevin or Bill says, why didn't you just kill them? Why did you have to be all sexy? That was completely pointless. Why didn't you just kill them? Why did you go through all that? And I was like, hard agree.
There were definitely some really good jokes in here.
There was an amazing bulk reference that I really appreciated.
There was a joke in there when they're chasing Sonny Chiba's character through like a department store after they like find him at some bar, and they're chasing him down, and they're like, "Why isn't Davi wearing his Confederate cap again like he did in the Bad Pack?" And Kevin said, "Oh, he wanted to go full on Klan hood and robe in this one." I thought that was pretty good. But I have to mention this before we go any further, Dave. I'm looking at the writers for this movie.
Uh-oh.
Okay? One of the guys is the guy who wrote Beaks.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That's the only RiffTrax credit that he has.
Okay, well, what else has he written?
This other guy, he wrote a few movies that we're going to be familiar with.
Okay.
Deadly Prey.
What?
Future Force and Future Zone. And, most importantly...
How can it be more important than that?
Dancing It's On.
How is this so bad?
And then the third writer listed.
Okay.
The third writer listed is the director and supervising director for Dora the Explorer.
Wow. Like supervising director, that's an animation director. That's an animation position.
Yeah. Yeah, and a few episodes of Maya and Miguel and Go Diego Go and Oswald.
Yeah, because director in cartoons that's an animation position. It's not like what you would generally they're not directing actors, they're supervising animation. What the hell is he doing in this?
He was also in the animation department for an episode of The Simpsons.
Okay.
A few episodes of King of the Hill.
Okay.
And the all-time classic sports movie Space Jam.
Okay, that last one makes a lot of sense. So, okay, Space Jam. Here's the thing about Space Jam that I really I don't get. We're gonna go off on a tangent on Space Jam because we have some time to fill.
The first one or
Because,
the second one?
Well, both. Just like the whole concept of Space Jam. Remember, like we're old enough to remember when it came out that it was a joke and not in a good way. Like we came like this is a piece of garbage. Like everyone involved in this should be embarrassed. Michael Jordan, this is more embarrassing than his minor league baseball career. What?
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I like this movie.
What, Space Jam?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like top tier cinema or anything
Well,
like
no,
that.
I mean for real or like
No, I watch it because I enjoy watching it.
okay.
Like I
understand that.
Enjoy a lot of the gags that they did. The Looney Tunes specifically, not like Michael Jordan or Bill Murray or anything like that. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean it's
But
an
you
enjoyable.
have to admit,
It's not as good as Looney Tunes Back in Action, but
wait, are you serious?
yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever watched Looney Tunes Back in Action?
No.
Okay. You would probably enjoy it a lot. For one,
Don't
it's
know me.
Brendan Fraser plays a security guard who works at the movie studios. He wants to be like a stuntman and a movie
You
star.
have to settle for being a whale.
Yeah. And the guy, he actually meets Brendan Fraser in the movie, also played by himself. Huge dick in the movie.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to point out we are stalling from talking about body count. We are literally talking about Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Looney Tunes Back in Action has an amazing scene in the cafeteria on the Warner Brothers lot with like a whole bunch of different like animated characters, and then it has Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
What?
And then it has the movie Scooby-Doo and Matthew Lillard, and they're getting yelled at by Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, the cartoon versions, for how they played their characters in the live-action movie.
Wow, that is some strong medicine for the Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah.
That
There's
they're
also
getting yelled at in the Looney Tunes movie.
There's also Daleks in this movie.
From Doctor Who?
Yep. There's also
Did they just go full on Roger Rabbit?
There's also the Metaluna mutant in this movie.
Stand back. Acting.
Yes.
Hot take.
Yeah.
RiffTrax should do that live.
I would love a RiffTrax live of This Island Earth. Oh my god, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I would take that, even with it only being one show a year right now. I would take that.
Well, yeah. I mean, but anyway, what I was saying about Space Jam
Yeah, go back to your rant.
is that now
After
there's
my
like
rant,
nostalgia, but now there's like nostalgia for it, like genuine like kids that like grew up on it that saw
Yeah,
it
Steve
as
Martin
kids.
is also in Back in Action. He's like the main villain. Sorry, I'm just responding to the chat.
Steve Martin is also in the Pink Panther. Do you like that movie too? I can't talk. I like Batman v Superman, but you know.
I've never watched either of Steve Martin's Pink Panther movies.
There are two?
I'm pretty sure there's two of them.
Wow.
The only thing I know about is that he can't say hamburger.
Hamburger?
Yeah, hamburger.
Hamburger. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
How does he say it?
The burger.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so the point is about body count. Guys, I couldn't do it.
Neither of
I was
us
just
could finish the movie.
I got 20 minutes in, and I was just like, oh no, there's been a terrible keyboard accident, and I accidentally scrubbed ahead to the end of the movie. Now, I did go back, and I did see, wasn't Jan Michael Vincent in this movie? And I went back and I watched a couple scenes with him in it. And he's wearing this stupid green lime suit in it, and Sonny Chibi murders him, and he throws himself it's more obvious. Okay, so in pro wrestling, when you're in a rumble match, there's a way to get thrown out of. There's a way to throw yourself out of the ring, and make it look like you've been thrown out, but you've thrown yourself out. It's called posting, and you just put your hand down on the ring, and you just flip yourself over and oh, I'm out of the ring. And
did Charlie B do that?
Yes. Well, everybody does it. But oh, you're making okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, that's how I know that. But boy, oh boy, it's the worst. Jan Michael Vincent throwing himself off of this. It's throwing himself off of this roof. You can tell he threw himself off the roof. And it happens to Don Eladio later. Lots of people get thrown off roofs in this movie. And the thing with Don Eladio is that he actually survives getting thrown off this 20-story building.
What?
And
did he have Dorkins armor on?
Well, here's the thing, though. But he ends up in the hospital, and he commits suicide in the hospital. And Robert Davi's yeah, go ahead, do this. What he does, he just takes off all the stuff that's keeping him alive.
And trying to get out of the movie.
And Robert Davi's I'm just gonna walk away. I'm gonna go kill Sonny Chibi now. And in a hot trolley chase. There's a trolley chase through New Orleans or wherever it is that they are.
Yeah, it was New Orleans because they were talking about the French Quarter earlier in the movie.
Yeah, it's very poorly executed, and that's it. That's
the entire movie is poorly executed.
So, but guys,
very poorly executed.
I will sit through a lot for RiffTrax. There's very few movies, and it's really the movie's fault because the movie, no one involved in the making of this movie gave a good goddamn.
Right.
And I felt I started resenting that I was watching it, and I'm I was I'm not doing this. I can't do it. So I was just I'm out. And Jeremy sent me a thing. He's I still need to finish the other half of Body Count. I was no, I gave up. Sometimes I guys in episodes that don't exist anymore. There have been times when I've not watched the movie and I tried to come on here and fake it. I was not even going to attempt that because just no, just this movie, no, it's zeros across the board.
Absolutely. It
was just I just felt like I was wasting my time with Body Count.
And we watched Cats and Things and Hobgoblins 2.
But look, just the effort level is just so low. I mean, look at something like Bog. Okay, so by all rights, Bog is not something anybody should enjoy ever. Because but you do because it's just man, whoever made this really, really believed in what they were doing. and the actors, they're getting paid to act, and they're just like, they were all like, actors who were like maybe past their prime, but dang it, they were getting a paycheck, and they were going to go in there and be professional and, do the best job that they could.
And give us the best line read in recent RiffTrax history.
Yes. Also, even in The Room, you have all these actors who Tommy Wiseau is paying. And boy, oh boy, they really suck. But they're giving it their all.
They were trying.
They were. No one tried here. Robert Davi didn't try. Well, Don Eladio maybe tried, but he failed. I mean, I don't know if it's his fault. The script is horrible. But, Bridget Nielsen was just like, oh, these are my titties. And that was all she did. It was just bad, and it's not worth your time. It's just it just isn't,
And we both feel really bad saying this.
Yeah, we do. We always do when we say but it's just like one of those things where it's just like the movie's not good, and if you want to watch it for the RiffTrax, of course, but maybe want to wait for it to come out on Friends, or watch it on Twitch, or watch it on YouTube. We still need to talk about that, by the way.
Yes. Speaking of.
So anyway, that is our discussion about body count. It's a pile.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's still worse than what happened over the weekend to RiffTrax.
Yeah. Well, it was looking pretty bad for a minute there.
Yeah. So, thank you, Citizen Yarn. I
gotta go over.
That it was a nice transition to the YouTube thing.
Yep.
They got their YouTube channel shut down, and it wasn't even their fault. Like, at first, it's like, okay, they're probably getting, copyright strikes, just the automated, whatever thing reporting, like, oh, hey, this product belongs to somebody else. And that's what the robots sound like, by the way. And their channel got shut down, like, completely gone.
Like, completely gone, nuked. Like, yeah, it was bad. And I'm going to assume Peter went on Twitter. It's like, oh, this must be a great joke, huh, YouTube? WTF! Exclamation point. And it's like the RiffTrax YouTube channel has been permanently deleted because of copyright strikes. We're like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
Because they license everything. Unless it's something like, now you know what
Public
you know what I thought? You know what I thought, or like I just like, I hope this isn't true. But if it is true, I don't want this to be true. But in a way, it's just like, oh, that makes sense, and now you know how I feel. A little bit. I thought maybe what if James Wen is involved? Somehow.
I don't think he would have been. Simply because, he got them, they released.
Yes, I know
stuff for him.
But what if? But I was like, what if there was a falling out? What if there was a?
I mean, maybe he's trying to get to his $10 million goal for Birdemic 4 by any means possible, I guess.
Yeah. What if he was just like, well, either I don't like this anymore, or the rights expired, or something. And James Wan's like, DMCA, cease and desist.
Ooh.
I would have been like...
You must be tapping on your vest there, huh?
Yeah, I was. Oh, okay.
It's very loud.
Could hear that? Was it very loud?
It sounds like you're doing that.
Oh, well. That's why I took my phone off the thing. Oh, jeez. But, Yeah, man, it's a cheap desk and expensive microphone. So, like,
But they asked people to spread it around, tag Team YouTube in their reposts, and
which
then
we did.
Then they posted a big thing about what actually happened. Like they finally heard, like from somebody, like they got an email or something.
So what actually happened, Jeremy? I should point out that James Wan is not involved. That was just my being like,
initial speculation. No, it was because of the Legendary channel that they were still tied to through YouTube, even though they bought the rights to RiffTrax from Legendary a few years ago, more than a few years ago now, and
is
went
it called Legendary?
Fully independent. Yes, it was Legend Films.
Legend Films.
Legend Films, and Legend's YouTube channel got too many copyright strikes, and that channel got nuked, and then by default, so did the RiffTrax channel. Thankfully, all is well and good. They got it back up today. It was funny because Dave and I were just like, things aren't looking good, man.
That's not looking good. Because, well, I'll tell you why. I was a little bit worried because, okay, so honestly, like when they first started putting movies, it took me a little while to be okay with that. Them putting movies that I paid $10 for back in 2012. It's like, how dare they? I paid for those movies. Now they're giving them away for free on YouTube. And of course, it's not free, but it's ad supported. But at the same time, you're just like, what am I, chopped liver? But it's fine. It's fine, and it creates a revenue stream for them. And like you have all these other ad supported
Tubi and Pluto TV and Twitch and
I think they're on Freevee, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're on all these things, but YouTube obviously is the biggest one, and that's where you're going to get most of your ad revenue from. And when they nuked that whole channel, I was like, oh, like you would have to assume that that since they've been doing that since like what 2017, putting full movies on there. You would have to assume that that's a big revenue stream for them. And I was just like, what if they have become dependent on the YouTube revenue stream, and all of a sudden they don't have that anymore, and there's not a way they can make that up, and oh no, is this the end of RiffTrax? Now that I think about it, it probably wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's pretty scary. Like, losing a major revenue stream like that. But I'm just glad it got resolved. It did look pretty scary. And Jeremy and I were talking about that. He was saying that before I interrupted him. That we were like, it's not looking too great. And then, like, what was it, like 2 minutes later?
They posted the thing that the channel came back up.
Yeah, we're like, woo,
I'm
the
like,
channel came back.
Phew.
Yeah, like, wow, that's pretty good. But, yeah, interesting. YouTube is a hellscape.
Not as bad as Twitter, but...
Well, I mean, for creators.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube is definitely not anywhere near what it used to be.
Yeah, it's very...
It all started going downhill when they changed the number of subscribers you needed to get ads from 500 to 1,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have 5,000 followers, and I hardly ever post anything.
But yeah, the saga is over. It didn't have anything to do with any of the usual suspects, so
no.
Fortunately,
it was actually fairly boring. It was just terrifying. But what can you do?
Yeah. Speaking of James Wan again.
Oh.
I still hope that we do eventually get a riff of Birdemic 3. because I think that one is worth a
Oh,
riff.
yeah.
Unlike Birdemic 2, the one that
we've
even
already-
he ignores now.
Well, okay, so the thing about Birdemic 2, we've talked about this in the podcast before, is that when all that stuff was going down the storybook, everybody who hates James Wendt started reaching out to me. And it's like, this guy is an a-hole. Let me tell you my story. And one of them was one of the producers for Birdemic 2. And it's like, James Wendt talks all this shit about Birdemic 2 and about how, like, apparently they, like, went out of their way to accommodate James Wendt on, like, everything he wanted. So that was from start to finish a James Wendt movie. And they even said that, like, there was, like, a scene that's in the movie now, and I don't remember very much about Birdemic 2. But, like, one of the scenes in there, they wanted to take it out because they thought that, like, if we put this in, people are going to think we made this bad on purpose. And James Wendt is like, no, leave it in. So like, all the talk that, like, James Wendt lost creative control. The other side of that is that's crap.
Yeah.
And that the movie is exactly what James Wendt. It was like his vision from start to finish. So I believe it.
That's the only proof you need that he's insane.
Yeah, yeah. And he's an asshole.
Yeah,
Fuck
there's
him.
that too.
Still mad.
I
The
still
North
want to get him on the
remembers.
podcast. The North.
Let's do it. What are the odds that he even remembers me?
Very, very, very slim.
I mean, he shows up in my friend suggestions every day now.
That's not just my fault.
No,
people.
like, it's not just you. There's David Giancola and I think, like, Rick Sloan. Like, I have, like, 4 mutual friends. You're only one of them.
Anyway, I think that's all we got.
I think so too. Yeah, it was a fun episode for a movie we only watched half of.
Maybe eventually I'll get around to watching the rest of it, and
I won't. I'm done. DONE done.
maybe they'll have some crazy thing in it, like Ouija Shark at the end.
I watched all of Madam Web.
Yeah,
I did.
We can't watch Body Count, but we both sat through Madam Web on Rift.
We both, yeah.
And of our own volition, like, we chose to do that.
We did not have to do that. Even when it became apparent, like, oh no, we have made a terrible mistake. And also on a podcast where we had another movie to talk about.
Yeah. So we'll be a little more selective in the future. I saw people talking about this one and about the movie, and it's crazy. I'm like, oh, this should be a fun one.
What, Body Count?
Yeah.
Who was saying that?
People online. I know. You never listen to people online. I
didn't say anything.
I know, but I could feel you judging me when I said that.
I don't know, dude. Hey, man, I'm already judging you for the whole Space Jam thing. So I do
own it. I do own it on DVD.
I believe you.
I think I might have it on VHS somewhere still too. Yes, I have a box of VHS tapes still in my house.
Oh, I have a whole box of there's a box right there that's full of
it's
VHS tapes.
One of them is a
Gun.
Weird Al Yankovic concert. One of them is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. 2 of them are the X-Men VHS tapes that they gave away at Pizza Hut with 2 episodes of the cartoon series on it.
Why would you say that?
Because that's what they are.
I got the X-Men movie VHS Pizza Hut.
No, it's the cartoon, the old 90s animated thing. Like the first one is like the first 2 episodes with Jubilee, the Mall, and the Sentinels, and I don't even remember what's on the second one. Not like I have a way to watch them, but and then
Oh my god.
I think one of them's Captain Power.
Captain Power?
Yeah.
You mean Captain N?
No, Captain Power.
What the hell is Captain Power?
Oh my god, you don't know Captain. Okay.
I don't.
Captain Power was a live-action sci-fi TV show in the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there, late 80s. And it was interactive with the toys.
No.
Like, you have like a ship that had like a handle on it, like with a trigger. It had like a grip and a trigger on it.
Oh my god, this
and it
is
had
real.
an IR sensor on it. And you had to like aim at certain spots on the show to like attack them and like score points or whatever. And it was really dark for a kid's show. It was like it was kind of crazy.
Okay, so
I
apparently
still
this
have
was
the dude
developed.
somewhere too.
This was developed by J. Michael Straczynski, which is shocking to me. Yeah. He was the head writer.
What?
J. Michael Straczynski was the head writer for Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Okay. Oh. Wow.
That is crazy that he was the writer for that show. I did not.
Babylon 5, Superman 1, Captain Power.
So he's in good company.
That's insane.
So yeah,
All
I
right,
still
we
have
gotta
one of
wrap
those. But yeah, that's
We got to wrap up before we start talking about
Oh,
other
man.
insane things.
yeah. Space Jam, Captain Power, and half of Body Count. That's
So,
the
guys,
True Blue
I-
Riffcast, folks.
Guys, I just want to I just want to point out that it was Jeremy that brought up all the insane random things this time. It's usually me.
As I want to do.
Ugh.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for hanging out with us in the Twitch stream live. If you like the podcast and want to support us, the best way to do so is to give us a follow on Twitch here. Or you can head over to patreon.com/TrueBlueRiffcast. Throw a couple dollars a month our way over there. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at TBRiffcast. And you can find me pretty much everywhere else as PB and Awesome.
You can check me out on Amazon and Audible and on Axe, formerly known as Twatter, at D. Chadwick Author. And yeah, it's cool.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us today. We'll see you guys next time right here on the True Blue Riffcast.
Rock till you die.
Till you die.